guys, welcome to Young Money. I'm Nozipho Mbanjwa. As you can see, right behind me is a lot of hustle and bustle, and that's because we're at the African Leadership Academy as they set up for the Anzisha Prize for 2017. We're talking about over 3,000 applications from over 33 countries on the African continent, and the final 15 that are still standing are going to be here. And this is where Africa's most innovative and really exciting entrepreneurs are going to be recognized. And of course, Young Money was there. So do stay tuned as we bring you some of the ideas and the businesses that these young people are running across Africa.
At Mobile Chimo, we are solving a billion-dollar problem. We saw a gap in the market where, in Zambia, a population of 6 million people, only 36% of the population have access to financial services. But again, at the same time, 73% of the population they have access to a mobile phone. So at Mobile Chirimba, we are targeting a specific market of savings groups, which are also known as stockfields in other countries. Stockfields have a big challenge where they do not have an independent record-keeping platform where they're able to store all their transactions, and financial institutions, they can be able to see their credit profiles for them to access bank services such as loans. So at Mobile Chirimba, we developed a digital platform where savings groups, they can be able to record all their transactions happening in a group, and in turn, they gain credit scores, which microlenders they use for them to access bank loans. So I came to know about Anzisha through a friend of mine who noticed my passion about innovation and about entrepreneurship. He told me about an organization called Anzisha, which is passionate about empowering the young people in different communities. So that's how I got to apply in Anzisha. And in this year we had over 850 applicants, but I was chosen among the 15. And post Anzisha, I plan to expand to other countries because I've been here in South Africa for over 2 weeks, and I've formed partnerships, I've learned a lot, and I've made new friends. And I aim to expand my business to other countries, such as South Africa, because I noticed South Africa is a big market for my business.
My project is crab aquaculture. And why I do crab aquaculture? Because in Mauritius, in every hotel, we don't have fresh crabs. We have frozen crabs. That's why I found a new idea of doing crab aquaculture in cages, and in a sustainable and innovative way. Why I do it in an innovative way? Because I want my project to last longer. And I want to do this project scientifically. I'm doing all the tests. I can't put all the crab in the water. I'm doing all the tests. I do the test of the water temperature, salinity, and pH. And also, how I did know Anzisha, I did see it on Facebook. Then I applied for it, and I'm very happy to be part of the Anzisha team because I'm the best one in Mauritius that have been selected. I'm the first one also to be participated in Mauritius. And I'm very happy to know many network here. I made many friends from different countries. I met many partners and many businessmen that come to me, give me some advice, and I'm very happy. My vision is to build an hatchery in my country to make more crabs, and also after that to expand to other countries for exportation, and also to supply all the hotels in Mauritius and all restaurants.
My project is about recycling of plastic waste into building materials such as paving block. I had Anzisha last year when I applied for African Leadership Academy. And that is when I got to know that in the African Leadership Academy network, there's this organization that helps to realize young, talented leaders from all over Africa. And that is when I applied for Anzisha Prize, and finally I was the only one selected from Tanzania among the top 15 African-based entrepreneurs. And through Anzisha, I've met many potential people. I've learned very good skills that can enable the growth of my business. And after the Anzisha camp, I'm looking forward for the growth of my business through impacting the skills and the network that I've got from the Anzisha network. In 2014, there was a lot of floods in Tanzania, mainly in the Dar es Salaam, whereby more than 700 houses were reported to be devastated by floods. And I thought these people only built mud houses because they didn't have enough money to buy cemented product. And from that point, it's where I started thinking of ways to make cheap products which are strong. So I started recycling the plastic waste into paving blocks, and I'm looking forward to expand into other products such as the roofing tiles and bricks for house construction.
Angaza Africa is a clean technology company that makes eco-friendly charcoal briquettes, and we manufacture electric briquette press machines. One time, a friend of mine approached me and when he saw my problem and told me to apply for Anzisha. Ever since I got into the program, it has been amazing because they have a support network that helps you to grow and to scale your business. So on tomorrow, we'll be having the awards gala. Whether I win or not, I know I'm a winner. And what happens next is more important because they have a support unit that supports entrepreneurs, and that's more important than even the awards. Okay, so when I was growing up, we didn't have a decent way of cooking our food. We would use charcoal or firewood, so it would work for long distances. And this got me thinking, is there anything I can do to solve this problem, where children and mothers have to walk for long into forests to looking for firewood? And it's through my research and this need that I came up across the charcoal briquettes, which are made from recycled biomass waste, and they enable mothers to cook efficiently, which are smokeless, odorless, and they are more affordable.
My business is Metro Co-working Space. Metro Co-working Space is a shared space located at Beni Suef City for entrepreneurs and students who aging from 15 to 40. We were the first co-working space, provide the support for them by our quiet shared space and needed opportunities. All of that started by me when I was at my university, as it was at Beni Suef, not my city, so I struggled to find a place quiet to study or to improve my entrepreneurship skills, but unfortunately I didn't find it, so I decided to study the market and solve the problem. So after studying the market, I found that there are many people have the same struggle at the same need of me. So after later of that, I started my business in my needed place and named it Metro Co-working Space. So Metro Co-working Space, as I said, is a sharing space, provides many services as a space and training courses, workshops, sessions in many fields as entrepreneurship, soft skills, or other fields. And it has a department for entertainment, as picnics, dish parties, fun days, and stuff like that. We also have a department specialized for girls, for events, events for girls, and sessions, workshop only for girls.
We run the Art Planet Academy, which is basically a youth-led organization that promotes sustainable agriculture practices in the education settings of Uganda and farming settings throughout the country. Being born to a family of farmers and the whole village being of farmers, we really practiced agriculture since we were young, and all parents in this village looked at it as their only solution. They worked so hard to send children to school, expecting these children to graduate with better jobs and save them from poverty. But this didn't work out, as the theoretical education system in Uganda never gave these students enough skills to create their own employment. So as a result, students end up being unemployed even after graduation. That's why the country's unemployment rate is so high in Uganda. So backed by my background as an agriculture child, I was inspired to join an agriculture course. It's Agriculture Innovations and Extensions, a degree program, where I really had a different paradigm of looking at things. I worked so hard to challenge the status quo. So as a result, I started this organization which looks towards reimagining the way agriculture is taught in schools and also empowering farmers to increase their incomes. How we do this? We have a Center of Agro-Innovations where we develop innovations in climate-smart agriculture and outsource for research in climate-smart agriculture and replicate it on this center. Now, at this center, we host interns from the different universities and equip them with practical skills in sustainable agriculture. When they graduate from our program, we send them to our partner schools, secondary and primary, where they replicate this training. Now, because it's a practical training, this leads to establishment of agricultural ventures within the different schools. We then work with individual children in that specific school to extend this training into their homes. As a result, we conduct home trainings and home site agriculture ventures are established. These home site agriculture ventures actually help families increase their incomes by about $8 a week. So the established home site ventures are upgraded into model farms where we train the greater community in that specific locality. So basically, we are reimagining the way agriculture is taught in school into a more practical form and equipping students with practical skills that can enable them create their own employment in the agriculture sector, which has a huge potential in our agriculture, because in Uganda alone, 78% of our entire population is directly involved in agriculture. So you will be shocked that despite this high participation, agriculture only contributes to 23.6% of the GDP. So that's why we come in to help farmers acquire better skills of doing agriculture so that we can boost produce in the country. When I joined university, I found someone. He's called Cleophas Halinaitwe. Cleophas had an agriculture project where he was empowering university students with agriculture skills. Now, because I was doing something similar to him, where I empowered students and then partnered them with children in schools, I was forced to talk to Cleophas. I'm so happy the day I talked to him, we became co-founders. A few days after I had known Cleophas, he informed me about his sorrows and frustrations that he received from the previous year. And guess what? He told me he had lost at the semi-finals of the Anzisha Prize. So I wanted so much to know what Anzisha Prize was until he told me what happened. After losing the semi-finals, he worked so hard to see that me, his co-founder, I get there. He told me what Anzisha Prize means, when it happens, and why it happens. That's how I got to know about the Anzisha Prize. I'm so thankful for Cleophas for having failed to get to this place, and he used that as an opportunity to train me, teach me, help me, guide me, reach the Anzisha Prize.
If you're not excited about the future of African business, then I really don't know. The stories have been so compelling and really, really insightful. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we're going to pick up on more stories coming out of the Anzisha Prize for Africa 2017. Welcome back to Young Money. If you've just joined us, as you can see behind me, the crew is working, everybody's sleeves are rolled up, and this is as the African Leadership Academy prepares to showcase the Anzisha Prize for Africa for 2017. 15 of the continent's most exciting, most innovative entrepreneurs from over 3,000 applications, over 33 countries, and the final ones are here in South Africa. Do stay tuned as we bring you the final batch of stories.
BizKids is a financial literacy board game targeted at kids between the ages of 7 to 13. Our mission is to inculcate the habit of financial literacy in them while they are having fun. 2013, I started this business because I noticed that most kids really don't know the value of money. If you give them any money, they use the money to buy consumables and then the money is gone. So I thought that what can I use to, attract them, that while they are having fun, they also add something to their knowledge. So then BizKids was born 2013. I discovered Anzisha Prize through my dad. Actually, he saw it online and then he applied for me. Anzisha is not the first competition. I've been a finalist of 3 different prize awards, but actually, because of lack of sponsors, I wasn't able to go there. One was in Berlin, Germany, another was in Sweden, another was also in Germany again. So lack of sponsors. But when I was selected as a finalist here, I wasn't really expecting it because I thought my business wasn't good enough. That's why I wasn't as in sponsored there. And I applied for this in order for me to get money so I can meet up with growing demand by producing more biscuits in order to reach more schools, conversion of the game to mobile app, so that those that can't reach my board game can actually access it on their mobile phones, and then to advertise via social media, TV, radio, etc. And also to make biscuits an international brand by taking it to other countries, not only in Africa, not only the Africa countries, but other continents in the world. Over 30 million youths in Nigeria are unemployed. So only God knows what is going to tell in the year 2020 if this increase. So I try to, I won't like when others where kids are, they will graduate from school and they won't have jobs. So it will be better if they invest in their future now, so when they grow up they'll be self-reliant, employers of labor, and then they'll be enjoying their money.
So I grew up in a family where my grandmother sold a few things in the house in order to make a living. And then what I realized as I was growing up is that it was all from the pocket into the mouth. There wasn't like any mode of saving or trying to make the business grow. So I grew up very passionate about economic development and entrepreneurship. So I realized that I fell in love with digital marketing. And then I realized that small businesses in rural areas are not being targeted by big digital marketing agencies. So I came up with a solution that I was going to create a digital marketing agency which will focus on those small businesses in rural areas, because I feel like those are the people who need affordable marketing solutions more than bigger corporates who can afford TV, radio and newspapers. So Fearless Trends is a digital marketing agency which offers various digital marketing services to SMMEs in rural areas. In 2015, I met someone called Farai Munjoma. He was a 2014 finalist, Anzisha finalist, and he told me about Anzisha. He was doing so well in his business that I was so inspired that one day when my business has grown and I've done some work, I'll be able to apply for the Anzisha Prize and hopefully make it as a finalist. And here I am, I've applied and I'm a finalist. Okay, so I've been here for 2 weeks and I've learned so much about my business. I've learned about how to scale my business and I've also learned a lot about financials. I didn't have like a proper financial strategy or bookkeeping. So I learned about how to manage my finances, how to separate my money from the business's money. And yeah, if I win the Anzisha Prize, any of the 3 top prizes, I'll just be able to employ one full-time person. I'll be able to get laptops for my team and I, because right now we're using one laptop amongst 3 of us. And I'll also be able to offer my clients better services because I'll be able to get a camera. So the videos that I'll be producing will be of greater quality.
I am the CEO and founder of Nas Naturals. So basically, Nas Naturals, we're trying to create an environment where young women with natural hair, African hair precisely, feel beautiful and confident about themselves. Because we live in a society where if you don't have a straight hair or you don't have a relaxed hair, then you're not beautiful enough, because that's the norm of society. And as African women, I see it fit to create a space, not just create a product that helps their hair to look beautiful. I also run the annual Afro Curl Fest in Liberia, where young women with natural hair can see this as an environment to celebrate themselves. And we also have the Elevate Girls project. Basically, that's a platform where girls between the ages of 10 to 19 can have a mentor to talk to, and at the same time have someone to help them break negative messages fed to them by the media that they are not beautiful enough and there's a standard of beauty. In 2014, my sister gave birth and her daughter had this beautiful natural hair. But then she didn't want to use any kind of refined product because she was a baby and she was young, so she was afraid that her hair is sensitive, and as a young baby she's sensitive. So I did a research and then we used just the raw shea butter on her hair, but because it was so thick, we had like stuck up in her hair. So I did additional research and I learned that if you add different like natural oils to it, then it becomes lighter and it's easy to apply, and it also helps style the hair easily. So basically that's the birth of Nas Naturals. And because I saw her hair, how beautiful it became, I too went natural in 2014. In Liberia, where I come from, my company is the first natural hair care products. That is to say, we have been receiving products that are not good enough for our African hair. Like, this is not what we need for our African hair. So because they set this standard of beauty and they tell you to relax your hair and have a straight hair, then they have to give you products that are for straight hair. So I've created a company that will also creates a product for these women with African hair to style their hair and also look beautiful enough.
The founder CEO at 360 Needs. So basically, I know you agree with me that we are all pressed for time. Time is one thing that's invaluable, and time is limited. So at 360 Needs, we create solutions that make you effective in your day-to-day activities. So we help you save time and do things convenient and with affordable services at the same time. So currently, we're providing solutions across food, logistics, and education. So we run a food delivery service. ASAP Foods connects you to restaurants that don't offer deliveries, so you don't have to leave where you are to get food to eat. And ASAP Drop, we connect you with verified drivers, so you can send your parcels with people already going that way. So you pay only a very tiny fraction, and at the same time, it's convenient. So Better Grades, we are in the education platform. We realize that 60% of the teachers' time is spent in marking, setting tests, and admin processes instead of actually being in classrooms impacting students. So what did we do? We came up with solutions that are going to automate all these processes and then make sure that teachers have more time with the students to increase level of proficiency. So I found out about Anzisha 2 years ago. A Nigerian won it, but I didn't apply until this year, and then I applied this year, and here I am. So big plans. I'll be graduating university in a few weeks, and I'm looking to scale my solutions out of Ondo State to Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and then very soon I think I'm coming to your country. What's up?
Jump Up Sudan is a recruitment agency for university students to link them with part-time jobs opportunities and training to become economically independent and start their career from early age. The problem in Sudan that youth don't participate in economy, in producing, so it's more than 62% of the youth of Sudanese population, so it's a big number and big number of unemployment. Jump Up Sudan comes to assist the students to participate in the market, in the jobs market, to make the students participate in producing and in the economy, in their family, like become not consuming person, become producing person. This is what we aim to, and we aim to make the community trust in our qualification. You know, students, they can do amazing job, but the jobs market, the community don't trust in their skills, so they don't ask to work. So after graduation, you are 23 years old, you just start your career. But if you start your career like from 17 and you had the experience, accumulated the experience, it will be different. This is what I'm talking about. This is what Jump Up Sudan aim to do. I do love events. So I find there is event in Sudan, in Impact Hub Khartoum, Sudan, and from Anzisha Tower. I didn't know what it means, Anzisha Tower. I met Fanta, she's one of the Anzisha's manager, and I talked to her, and she was amazing, really amazing person, and she speak about Anzisha, and I told her I have a venture. It's accidentally I have a venture. She told me, okay, tell me about it, and I tell her about my venture, and she told me, just submit your application. I submitted. I never thought like I will be here. I never thought. Our knowledge, what we're doing now, it's like from self-learning, from asking a lot of people. And Anzisha, when I come to Anzisha, like I have a lot of knowledge. I have to come back to Sudan, and it will help me a lot of, like, it will help me really, really much, that the knowledge that I gain it from Anzisha.
Guys, all that that's left to do is to wish all of the nominees the absolute best of luck. From our side, we have absolutely done our job, and that is to showcase Africa's most exciting stories coming from youth entrepreneurs. Until next time, thank you so much for making the time to join us. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. It's @TheRealNozi and @CNBC Africa. Our hashtag is YoungMoney410.